everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I love the idea of Audra and Sally becoming friends, but less keen on Audra getting sucked in by Tucker again. I wanted her to see through him. Deep down, she probably does, and that's why she won't go so far as to marry him. The man is clearly still head over heels in love with Ashley. The desperate need to marry Audra and move on is all part of his effort to deny the truth to himself. Why? He got hurt by what he perceived as Ashley's rejection. He was made to feel vulnerable. He can't allow it to happen again. I'm glad Audra has a friend because she's going to need one. She's going to be crushed when Tucker reunites with the love of his life. Going into this, we already knew Eileen Davidson could slay a multiple personality storyline, and she did not disappoint. Although the story itself was straightforward in terms of this particular soap trope, watching Davidson embody the different alters and transition between them was extremely entertaining. I got the biggest kick out of watching the dominant alter talk to the likes of Audra and Diane. Her delivery was spot on. "You faked your own death, bitch," she sneered as the Abbotts proper looked on in alarm. So good. I'd also had to laugh at Billy stepping up to help facilitate the diagnosis. Only on a soap would your brother have already had DID and be able to recognize the symptoms. No one batted an eye when he revealed this either. Hysterical, also comical. Diane and Jack being part of this emotionally exhausting and frankly terrifying intervention, and then suiting up to head off for a night of celebrating. Again, only on a soap. Of course, once Ashley's sleeping pill wears off, there will be hard work to be done. Given that Sharon's the only therapist in town and a little tied up as CEO of Cassidy First Technology, chances are Ashley will be off to Fairview to recover. Get the deets on who might join her here. As Daniel and Heather prepare to square off against Lily, we and many fans can't help but wonder if Michelle Morgan will return to reprise her role of Amanda Sinclair. Why? She'd be Lily's logical choice as a lawyer unless she's going to hire Christine, and she's off on tour with Danny. We can't imagine Michael taking a case against Phyllis' son, not if he values his head, and Amanda has been Lily's go-to attorney in the past. That said, the last time we saw Amanda, she was there to bring order to the joint on Jill's behalf, and where Jill stands on all of this drama remains to be seen. In the end, it may not even matter. Find out why Lily could find herself fired here. Nikki and Victor's anniversary celebration was drama-free save for the daggers Summer was shooting at Claire with her eyes. It's worth mentioning that this is a legitimate response to a person who did what Claire did, and more people should have had trepidation about trusting her. It would have been a lot more realistic. Anyway, the speeches were wonderful, and it was nice to see everyone behaving graciously when Adam spoke. Nikki only looked like she smelled something slightly odoriferous. It truly was a heartwarming gathering for the family and friends, and only a tad amusing that Jack and Diane would be there. The romance of it all was spot on as well, from the ruby red ring to the slow dance cutting to flashbacks from their first wedding. See all the photos from the party here. When we left off at Nikki and Victor's anniversary party in Friday's episode, Claire was seen running after Kyle and Harrison because the little guy had forgotten his lucky bunny. Jordan, still disguised as a man, was lurking outside. Hysterically, security is supposed to be extra vigilant, but they haven't questioned the weird little man watching everyone all night by the entrance. Anyway, the preview tells us Claire will catch up with them at the Abbott mansion, where Kyle will ask her to stay. We know from our handy-dandy spoiler pics that Claire will at some point end up reading Harrison a bedtime story upstairs in his room. The preview then scares the bejeebus out of us by revealing that both Claire and Harrison go missing. Kyle seems to think he shouldn't have trusted Claire with him and that she's responsible, but we know there's more to the story. If you scroll to the end of this photo gallery, you can see for yourself. Yep, case closed. The only mystery that will remain is whether or not Claire was a victim or an accomplice.